Well, it's Ring-A-Thon time. It's Ringmaster Fly-A-Thon. I'm actually a day early. It's Friday evening. But due to the forecast, I suppose it could be high winds and everything for the weekend. So I'm going to do my flights tonight with the same ship I used last year, this Brodak Electric Ringmaster ARF. And it's kind of a heavy bird with that electric setup, but it flies pretty good. No, flies like a Ringmaster, I suppose. So I'm not sure how we're gonna make out here because it's been a while since I flew it. And I sure learned a lot since the last time I flew this. Oh, you're gonna have to use a narrower handle. Whew. Boy, that's way too sensitive. Man, is that thing touchy? It's ridiculous. .94. Whoa, see that wing stall? So I'm going to do the same thing I did with the smoothie, and I got another handle. I can narrow the spacing, because this thing is ridiculously sensitive. That's really bad. It really dips that outboard wing when I pull up into a wing over. You have to go into it real smooth. This handle is brutal. Yeah, she just dumps that inboard wing. The way they smoothie and this one there we go. Freaking wires hanging out of her. Stall. Alright. Ah, shit. I forgot to unwind my handle. Well, so much for the lanyard. Okay, I threw some more weight in the outboard wing. Didn't make any difference. Of course, this wind is blowing now too. So. It looks like the problem is a warped wing, I would say. Yeah, it's kind of behaving like a warped wing. Well, the weight did make it better on the loops. She still stalls, man. The stalls are crazy. Look at that thing stall, man. Holy Jesus. It has some serious issues, man. Like even doing a wing over, pull her in real gentle, and that's behaving like a warped wing for sure. Unless you do a huge loop, she craps right out on you. Should do is try to find a higher milliamp motor and try to run a 3-cell LiPo, get rid of some weight. Or a higher kilovolt motor. She's done. Glides like a barge. As you can see, I started looking for problems. Part of the problem was the inboard wing was a little bit heavy. Well, not really heavy, but it was kind of balancing instead of dropping the outboard wing. But it didn't explain the difference between upright and inverted flight. So, of course, I got the incidence meters on this wonderful high-tech machine, and she is pretty much bang on here. This one's off damn near a degree, so that explains the difference in inverted flight. So I got my iron heating up. I'm going to tweak it and just shrink the covering a bit, top and bottom, to get that wing straight. Alright, she's 0 and 0, I think. Yeah, we're good. So there's a 1 degree twist in the wing. So what I did is I just twisted it and got the old iron out, and you go beyond the actual twist and shrink it. Put the iron down and hold the twist until the covering cools off. So if you don't, it'll spring back to where it was. So let the covering cool. That's one of the tricks you need for doing this. Then I flipped it over and I did the same on the bottom. Again, I let the covering cool before I released the tension I put on the wing.